Alright, you guys, welcome back. We are live now, and I'm going to open up the Restream chat. And then let me see if I can get, because I'd really like you guys.
Video the cooldown slap ops 28.22,161. Nicole Atkins, Chris Watt 20.
Okay, let me see if this is
clickable
it here.
Clickable heading level 3 visited link paranormal activity in the haunted.
No.
Clickable Watts family murders. More shocking details uncovered behind bars buried with. Clickable Chris Watts police body cam footage by clickable Chris Watts Amanda Thayer proves Nicole A. Act for you heading level 2. Clickable A look inside the Watts home now. Clickable Daryl Brooks trial day 5. Clickable judge sentences daughter to death. Clickable checkmark button Nicole Atkinson interrogation. Clickable Chris Watts BFF Nicole Atkinson and Shannon in the afterlife. Tori Hartman I previously watched heading level 2. Clickable cellmate secrets. Chris Watts. Clickable BWL F2 the Watts family murder. Clickable cellmate secrets. Chris Watts chilling confessions. S1 E4 extend. Clickable BW. Clickable raw. Chris Watts mother Cindy Watts. Quest. Clickable Chris Watts family murders number 2. Nicole.
Well, let me close that.
Shauna Bates Mazzata.
Restream.
Hey John.
Shauna, how are you, my dear? It's good to see you.
Chat. Videos row 1 column 2.
Good
The
to know that you were
ask ops 28.0.3 22,100
still around. That always is.
Seek slider button K play keyboard. Seek YouTube video play blank. Seek slider 8 minutes.
This might be it. Let me see.
22,162 weekly update 23rd October. CTP completed. TFM repositioning feature.
Oh no, that's
D737.
okay,
Jeff Jones.
Restream chat row 1.
Hey John, long time.
Mr. Jeff Jones, how are you, my friend? Shauna, how are you? Good to see you guys. So I was going to pull up the video, but I'm sure you guys, if you've not heard it, you can look it up. There's a video that talks about what I'm getting ready to talk about. Now, I would love to get feedback on this. I think everybody and anybody knows about this case. They know about what Chris Watts did
Shauna
to his
Bates
family.
Mazzata.
And
I am in the hospital.
Oh, that's not good, Shauna. What's going on with you? I hope that whatever it is, you get better. Shauna said she's in the hospital, Brandon. Just so you know what was said. It sucks. That's not a good place to be, but it is if they're helping you, I guess, if you're goodness. And yeah, Jeff, good to see you too, my friend. Like I said, not talked to you for quite a while neither. So I would going through videos, and I don't have it in front of me now. I ended up closing on accident. But Chris Watts was having a conversation. This was 9 months ago. He was having a conversation with a guy, and he's talking about, finding Christ and having Christ in his life and stuff. And listen, I'm definitely not someone to stand here and
Jeff
judge
Jones.
anyone for
Been busy.
being following God. I'm not here to judge anybody for that. If you've got God in your life, that's probably the best thing that you can do. But and I'm not here to to judge Chris for that. But I think this is all just more mind games that Chris is playing to want to get people to go in the same direction.
Shauna
with him.
Bates Mazzata. I had a relapse with my Guillain-Barré syndrome. So I am in rehab unit.
Okay, well,
oh man,
at least they got you in rehab and getting you taken care of, Shauna. That's the most important thing. So keep your head up, and I'm glad that you're still able to pop in here and join us, which I know you do anytime you can. But most importantly, get better. That's the main thing. So, but yeah, I think this is all just a mind game with Chris. I think that he wants people to image good things about him instead of what the reality of it is. Now, as a Christian, and I'm not here to talk about church, but as a Christian, you're to forgive, and I get that, I do, but it's hard to say, okay, Chris is a Christian now, and he's completely sees what he did, because I don't something just tells me that's not the case. Brandon, what is your take on this so far? And anybody that joined, you're welcome to throw your thoughts in there about this new idea that Chris thinks that he's going to be able to get out of prison if he gets the right lawyers. I mean, you're not going nowhere, Chris. You're stuck, buddy. You're not getting out.
Here's the reality of it. Okay, this man committed a horrible crime, murdered his family, all over somebody he wanted to be with and didn't want to be with his wife, essentially. And this whole idea of him wanting to get out of prison and I've found
Shauna Bates Mazada. What he did is unforgivable.
Publicity stunt to get people to be on his side and not look at the bad, horrific crime he committed.
That's right, Shauna. I'm with you on that. What he did, she says, is unforgivable, and really it
absolutely is.
Really it is. You come on, Chris. Chances you see this video is none to none, but I'm still going to talk. It's easier for me to talk when I'm talking, as if I'm talking to that person. So if Chris thinks that the world will put their palms out to you and just allow you to feed them these handfuls of manure, you are sadly mistaken. Because I don't think anybody in their right mind, anybody that lives in the real world, the reality, the realistic world, they're not going to buy it.
Especially since the documentary about the crime came out on Netflix. Now you got the interrogations on YouTube, which, by the way, I recommend if anybody hasn't seen those, go watch them. Because it's really fascinating to watch that.
I'm going to type it in YouTube. I want to see if I can find this video real quick. But while I'm doing that, Brandon and Josh, if you're still with us, you're more than welcome to give your opinion on this. This is an open discussion. So you
stepped away for a while.
Okay. Well, anyway, Brandon, let's go back. Let's go back to the day of the crime. When her friend got there, she knew something was off. She knew her friend well enough that when she saw her cell phone there at the house.
Shauna Bates Mazada. I have watched everything on this case.
Shauna said she watched everything on this case. But and I have too. I'm right there with you, Shauna. I've watched every Here's the thing. Before this happened, I was getting ready to get set up in that same type of business. Because I saw how profitable that it was, and I saw what it did for other people, and I was getting ready to get set up with that same exact business.
I remember you were telling me this, and you actually got to talk to Shannon on the phone.
Yeah, she was. See, you get people that represent you. You get people that when you join, you got someone that is your kind of like your mentor type of thing, and you work under them, and it wasn't like a 30 or 40 minute conversation. It was just getting me set up, and and that explained why I never got the call back, and it was sad.
If I'm wrong, but didn't she also have some sort of a doctor's appointment that day, or was she just going into work? Because I seem to remember there was an appointment of some kind she was supposed to have, and she never showed up, and people were like, something's off there.
Yeah, she did have a doctor's appointment. Yeah, she did because she was pregnant. She's pregnant.
Restream chat.
So let's go back, Brandon. While I'm looking for, I'm going to
Restream
try and
chat.
find this
Videos row 1
video.
column 2. Videos window.
But while I'm doing that,
Restream chat. Folder view.
where does your thoughts sit on him? Finding, the whole I found Christ. I'm following Jesus now. I mean, if he is, God forgive me if I'm wrong. But anyway, give me your thoughts overall of that stuff. And let me see if I can
Wave
find
38 of
this.
Google Chrome 4 of 30.
I mean,
New tab Google Chrome. Toolbar. YouTube.
following the Bible and everything, that's good for him. But
Clickable. YouTube. Clickable. Search landmark. Search edit. Search blank.
because it just sits in the back of my head. Has he really done that, or is this just another publicity stunt to get the world to be on his side? And yeah, you may have committed these crimes, but
22,100.
another chance.
Main landmark. Clickable DR. Phil S17E1. Clickable. When did Chris Watts finally decide to kill his family? The simple answer.
Yeah.
Clickable. Watts family murders. More shocking details uncovered behind bars buried with love. S2. E8. D by A&D 6 months ago. 10 minutes. Clickable. What Chris Watts' life in prison is really like by Grunge 5 months ago. 3 minutes. 47. Clickable. Raw. Chris
Shauna
Watts' mother.
Bates
Cindy Watts.
Mazzotta.
Question. Clickable. What's prohibited?
She had a
H2N0
doctor's
by Neat Speak 6
appointment for
days
the
ago.
baby
37
and her
minutes.
friend was
3070.
supposed to take her.
Yeah, her friend was supposed to take her. Yeah.
Clickable raw. Clickable what's prohibited. H2N0 by clickable convicted murderer Chris number Watts reported not happy in prison. Watch court TV and find out why by Power Women Radio 2 months ago. Clickable DR. Phil S17E69. Clickable Chris Watts' parents Ronnie and Cindy Watts speak together for the first time. Clickable awkward moments in Shannon Watts' home videos by Daily. Clickable does God want Chris Watts out of prison? Analysis of Chris's phone call with private investigator by Martin Dakota 1 year ago. 24 minutes. Clickable Christopher Watts describes killing his daughters and chilling jailhouse interviewing by CBS News. People also watched heading. Clickable a look inside the Watts home. Now it's back on the clickable exposing Nicole Kessinger, Chris Watts' mistress and all the red flags by 10 to life 6 months ago. Clickable deleted DR. Phil episode Nicole. Clickable familicide. Chris Watts murder case. What Netflix never told us. Clickable lawyer says killer Chris Watts has found God on DR. Phil show by C. Clickable new release Nicole Kessinger video W/father about Chris Watts relationship by Frankie Urzusex. For you heading level 2. Clickable Chris Watts prison interview high quality audio. Remove A/C noise by Don't Joe 1 year ago 4 hours. Clickable Watts family tapes 2020 a world exclusive prison visit. Clickable exposing Nicole Kessinger, Chris Watts' mistress and all the red flags by 10 to life. Clickable police body cam footage in chronology. Clickable the Watts Demons Among Us Our Paranormal Journey by McC3. Previously watched heading. Clickable Chris Watts 2021 interview rarely circulated. Have you heard this before? By Watts The Obsession 9 months ago 6.
Here it is.
That's just what it is.
Yeah. Okay. Here it is. Let's.
HTTPS.
I've been getting paid
Clickable button attend now.
Here,
Clickable
this
add 1 of
stupid ad.
clickable banner landmark. Clickable blank. Clickable free web. Clickable publishing button attend now. Clickable add 1 of 2. Clickable 244. Clickable button why is at. Clickable button skip ads.
I want to make sure that
2001
this.
restream. The cooldown ops 28.0.3 64-bit with ops 20. Start stop C direct trap audio mix C audio mix volume slot property mute mix slash o check volume prop mute YouTube checkbox not checked prop mute dot checkbox checked 22,106 22,000.
Shauna, can you hear the audio that I'm playing? Are you able to hear that?
First of all, you live
Button auto plays on toggle. Clickable forfeit button M mute F button shift plus N X button K pause.
You cannot go from one. You go to one wall. You can't go further. You got to turn to your left. You can't go any further. So
Seat slider 4 minutes 55 seconds of 4 minutes 3 minutes 2
me
minutes
back up.
2 minutes 34 0 minutes 34 seconds of 16 minutes 0 minutes 36 seconds 0 minutes 30
Have you heard of
Shauna Bates
0
Mazzotta.
minutes 40
I can
button
hear
graphics.
it.
I don't know if I did,
Blank.
but
YouTube video. Banner landmark. Main. Blank. Button. Seat slider. Z.
thanks so much for watching.
0 minutes. 0 minutes.
Yeah, is it just
Here we go.
you or is Anna on all?
16. Button graphic channel water. Seat slider 1 minute. Button K pause keyboard.
All right, so just talk to me. I don't want to be the one monopolizing the conversation. So tell me what you want to know from me, or just tell me what's on your heart.
Well, just going in the law library as much as I have, I see a lot of cases. I've heard a lot of cases around here, guys. I've seen a lot of cases where the DA or the judge have had a lot of misconduct, but a judge has ruled say, well, it's not egregious enough, or it's not that that wow factor enough to really sway in the defendant's favor. I'm looking at the things that I know. I mean, I've never dealt with a law before, but all this. I mean, I'm swinging it in the law library as I am, and God directed me through little things like through the poisonous tree, the Brady law, and different cases that just it popped out of nowhere. But I know what God is putting in front of me, and I see all these things that relate to my case. I just don't know like how to frame this. Where like when I do this 35C, like I've had this paperwork with me for probably a couple months, and I know I only have like a year left to appeal some of those Class B and C felonies at like a 3-year limit or 2-year limit, and I really want to figure this out where I can do it in the right time frame, but also like not rushing anything. And I just want to get out of here.
Play keyboard shortcut.
Okay, I'm pausing that for a minute. I just want to get out of here, he says. I just want to get out of here. Chris, you're not getting out of there.
You're not getting out of
Now, in their part of it,
horrible crime.
he had said, I believe we're going to listen. We're going to go through this and respond to it. But I believe he says that, you know, he was put there for a reason. Yeah, you was. You was put there because you murdered your family.
Shauna Bates Mazzotta. Shannon's brother has deterred the girl's dog.
Shannon's brother has, she's got the dog.
He's got the dog. Okay. I wondered what happened to that dog.
But
Because I was always wondering about that.
yeah, but no, you're not going nowhere. Like Chris, you're stuck like Chuck, and you know I'm going to be honest about this. I'm going to give it from, you know, obviously, you know, there's a good amount of stuff that I know on law, considering, you know, my college history, my internship history, my work history. There is no possible way, no matter where you go out in that law book, will there ever be a side door that says, oh, but we can use this, and this will give you a 30% chance to get out. There's not even the percentage of 5% of getting out. It's not going to happen. There's no law anywhere in the book that will get you in front of the judge and the judge say, all right, you learned your lesson. We're going to let you free. We're going to let you go. We're going to give you a chance for parole, but you got to be a good boy. You got to, you know, you got to do your chores, Chris. You got to cook that food, and you got to do the laundry, and you got to do your reading. You got to study and be a good boy. And we're gonna let you out on parole in another 20 years. You're never getting out there, my friend.
No.
That's not going to happen.
And that would be a mistake if they let him out, because like I said, Kenneth McDuff got out, and look what happened. He killed again. I don't think there's any way that he could be
Shut
let out and not kill again.
Up. Not you. My stupid phone. Nobody wants to talk to me until I'm busy doing stuff. Well, this time they can wait. This is my time.
Shauna
right now.
Bates Mazzotta. When he first got to the prison, he said the girls visited him in his cell and he read to them every night.
The girls visited him in his cell and he read to them every night. I don't believe that. Maybe mentally, in his mind, they were there because he's so guilty for what he did. And he's look, when you do something wrong, you'll try to find a way to make it okay, to give you some sort of comfort when there's no one else there to give you that comfort. And I think he's created this shell where he's put his kids inside this shell with him, and he'll hear them when he wants. Right? Let's listen a little bit more.
Pause. Kate.
I know that God has a plan for me. It's to be in prison right now, but not stay here. Because he brought me here for a reason.
Play. Kate.
God, I don't believe that. I don't believe that God had anything to do with you murdering your family. I don't believe that at all.
Shauna Bates Mazzotta. I don't believe they visited him. That was all in his head.
Yeah,
Yep. Yeah, I agree, Shauna. I agree. And I don't...
Considering...
Go ahead.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. Considering you prosecuted hundreds of these cases in the courthouse...
Well...
How many times have you heard... Well, I mean, the question I'm getting to is... How many times have you heard that story about, oh, God led me to do this or do that? From people?
Not really in the courtroom. Not really. Anyone in their right mind is not going to go into the courtroom and say, God told me to do this.
Yeah.
And yeah, Shauna, I agree with you. It was all in his head.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the family didn't want him to have death. They didn't want that. Even though what he did was absolutely horrid and wrong,
they didn't want him to die and get out.
The death penalty would be too easy for him.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be too easy. And John had said too that it's all in his head, and I agree. He hears them voices
Shauna Bates
because he
Mazzata.
got it in his head.
No, God didn't do anything for him.
Exactly. God had no...
I agree.
Look, I don't believe God had this in his plans at all. I believe God lost. Not lost. Let me say it differently. I don't believe God was able to connect with him because he rejected God way before he even did that crime. If he had God in his life in any way, that would have never happened.
No, he was mad because he couldn't.
He wanted his fling.
Get the person he wanted. Mm-hmm.
Well, he was tired of having that secret, I think. And I think he was trying to find a way to get the family out of the picture so he could just go and be with this other girl. It's called a divorce, dummy.
Yeah,
Go get a divorce.
done the divorce.
Be an idiot. All right, let's listen more.
Pause. Kate.
I'll be wanting to just on the outside. I know I just can't sit here and just wait. The wait was I know there's waiting, doing nothing, and there's waiting that seeking an action verb. That's what I'm doing. But I also want to know like what action it takes. I have no intellect when it comes to the law. But I know he can teach me, and that's what I'm just waiting for. Like things to fall into place. I just don't know how to do it.
I got you. And you don't have the benefit of an attorney that is in your hip pocket, so to speak. Okay, I've got a couple attorneys here I can talk to that can maybe help. Get some good results, get some good advice for you in terms.
Play. Kate.
Let me stop there for a second. This guy that's doing the interview, what do you mean you got some attorneys for him? Are you nuts? Are you crazy? Why would you want to help him? Why would you want to help somebody that slaughtered their family? See, I don't think he does want to help him. I think it's for the views or the attention or the social media. Why would you want to do that?
That just seems pretty idiotic to me.
Yeah.
To help somebody who's committed a horrific crime.
Yep, exactly. Let's move on.
Pause. Kate.
Forms and
Shauna
what
Bates
to say,
Mazzata.
things like that.
Yeah, you don't just kill your
That's not
family
gonna
to
be
be
an
with your
overnight
mistress.
process.
Play. Kate.
Exactly. Shauna said, I'll stop that for a minute.
I agree.
You're right, Shauna. You don't. If you wanted to be at the mistress, go get a divorce. That's what the reason. That's why there's a reason. That's why there's a law that says when you get married, you can get a divorce.
Yep.
The law doesn't say when you're married, you're stuck, and the only way you're going to be able to get rid of your wife is if you kill her.
Yeah, I've never read that law.
And not only that, but let's go out. Let's go beside let's go a little bit further on this. Let's just take some dumb. Let's go with the dumb scenario here. Let's say that was a law. When you get married, you're stuck married. Okay. You killed your wife. Why did you kill your kids? Why did you murder your kids? Granted, I don't agree with him murdering his wife. I'm making sure people understand. I'm not saying it was okay to murder his wife. It wasn't. But I'm making the point that the kids had nothing to do with the part of you trying to get your wife out of the picture.
No.
I think the fact of it was you didn't want her to be able to move on when she realized that y'all's relationship was teeter-tottering. And I think that you didn't want your kids to be with nobody else, and you didn't want her to be with nobody else. Even though you didn't want her no more, you didn't want her to have anybody else to make her happy.
So it's that old thing of if I can't have you, then nobody else can either.
Yes. All right.
Pause.
It
Kate.
says for me to, get the results, we want. It's going to take some time, but, I'm not saying overnight, but I am saying maybe several days or a week or so. So let me see what I can do along those lines. Because I know you're in a tough spot, and it's how do you know how to do something when you don't know what it is you need to do? So it's tough. So I get
It's
it.
not like a trial by error thing, but I know when the law is like, all right, you're gonna run into certain things where emotion's gonna get denied, or like whatever I write down, the judge might think, well, that's not.
All right.
What you're claiming isn't enough.
Button shift. Button K plate.
You're not warranted this trial. You're not warranted to have this appeal granted. Denied. Kind of like, well, what do I do then?
Yeah.
Play keyboard shortcut.
What do
K.
you do? This is what you do. You committed the most awfulest and coldest and just cruelest crime that could be committed. I'll tell you what you do. You face it and be a man, take responsibility, and make prison the best of it that you can, and also know that you're not going anywhere else. You're there for the long ride.
You're there until you die.
And I'm going to be honest, I will be very shocked if something doesn't happen to him at some point. I will be very shocked if something doesn't happen to him while he's in prison. Very shocked.
Frankly, I'm very surprised that he's alive even now because of the fact that the world knows about what he did.
Yeah. And I'm sure that whichever prison he's in now, I highly doubt that he's in general population. I highly doubt that. But let's move on.
Pause. K.
I don't want to get his heart's going to happen. I know it'll probably happen at some point, but not all motions are all appealed or granted right off the bat. That's why I want to make sure I write this the right way. When they go to there, they see like, oh well, like do I put everything down that I know, or just like I don't want to put everything down so they know everything that I'm on,
Well, okay. Let me address a couple things in what you just said. First of all, you live in a closed society now. Every door is shut in your face. You cannot go from one
JN2C.
You go to one
Hi.
wall, you can't go further. You got to turn to your left, you can't go
Shauna
any
Bates
further.
Mazada.
You know what I'm saying? You're in
No,
this
he is not in general pop.
virtual- this room with no
I didn't
door,
think he
so you
was,
cannot get
Shauna.
You got that? You understand that? What I'm trying to say? So your world is controlled. You hear the word no probably more than you hear the word yes in that system. So one thing you need to be very accustomed to is being denied, being turned down, being told no.
Play Kate.
Now he was explaining, the guy is right about that. No matter what he does, they're not going to be like, oh yeah, Chris, we're going to let you go ahead and we're going to put you over in general population. We're going to give you 4 calls a day. We're going to, hold on, Chris. What would you like for dinner, bud? Would you like a T-bone steak? You looking for, what do you want today? You want some lasagna? You want a steak? You want a cheeseburger, bacon cheeseburger? Better yet, we're going to cater you in some food from Outback Steakhouse. Does that sound good enough for you, Chris? Is that acceptable enough for you? I mean, being your life is so rough and so miserable, even though, Chris, you did murder your whole family, your wife, your kids that were already born, and of course you also murdered an innocent baby that was still inside the mother's womb, and you murdered them, and now you're talking about, I just want to get out of here. I just want to get out of here. Listen, I go to church and I'm not afraid to admit that, but I'm going to tell you right now, God did not put you in prison. That was not God's plan for you to go out and murder your family. God don't do that. God doesn't say, I'm going to make you a murderer. That way you'll follow me. No, absolutely not. So I wish that he would just stop talking about God like he really knows what God is doing, because let me tell you something, as a Christian, no one knows what God's doing. No one knows what his plans are. We just follow him to the best of our ability. We follow God's plan to the best of our ability. God gives us the benefit to do that, and if we do it, then praise God, and if we don't, well, that's, again, I'm not going to get into the Christian side of it, but my point is, you did that all alone between you and the devil and nothing but evilness. There was no God involved in nothing that he did there. So, let's listen to more of the...
Before we go on.
Yeah, go ahead.
So,
I don't want his steak to get cold, so...
I want to get out. I also heard that he was, and maybe somebody, Shauna, maybe you can help me if you know any more about this, but I read somewhere that he was complaining about how he doesn't get to celebrate holidays in prison and how it's so miserable. Well, guess what? Prison's not supposed to be a fun place. You put yourself there. You don't deserve to celebrate holidays because of the crime you committed.
No, hold on. You are allowed to celebrate in prison. They don't take away that. Like, you can still... I don't know what he was saying about that.
Shauna Bates Mazada. No, God would not tell him to kill his whole family.
No, God wouldn't do that. No. Chris just, I don't know what he's talking about that, Brandon, but I can tell you that if anybody's taking away any
do some more research on that.
What he's saying, he wants out to be able to celebrate it in his way. See, and not in the prison way. Because you still have rights when you're in prison. You don't have as many rights, okay, but you still have some rights. And there's church in prison and all that. There's things that you can do while in prison.
Shauna Bates Mazada. He can celebrate holidays.
Yeah, he can. Yeah, there's no law that said you can't celebrate the holidays in prison. I don't know where he got that from.
I think he was complaining about the fact that he couldn't celebrate like we normally would on the outside,
Oh, well, he might as well get over that. He might as well, take a number for the team, because that's not going to happen. Sorry, exactly. Just not going to happen, Mr. Watts. Let's listen to more.
Pause. Kate.
You with me?
Yep.
Okay. Now, some people will lose hope very, very quickly, because everywhere they turn, every time they talk to someone, they're hearing things they don't want to hear. They're being told, no, you can't do this, you can't have that, you can't go here, you can't go there. Or whatever legal action you're trying to do.
Attorney call may be monitored and recorded.
Whatever you're trying to do, you're always being told no. What you can't do is allow yourself to lose hope. Don't take no for an answer.
Play. K.
Why are you even going to tell this guy that, man? Why are you going to tell Chris Watts, oh, don't take no for an answer, Chris. You keep on fighting the big fight, man. You keep on fighting that big fight so you can get out. I mean, you only slaughtered your whole family. Do you guys know what this is doing to the victims out there? There are still victims
JN2C.
in this.
He can celebrate holidays, just not the way he would like.
Exactly, JN2C. Exactly. And this is what kills me. When they do these videos and they do videos where they're supporting this piece of junk, okay? What do you think? Look, there are still victims involved in this. Okay? The parents, the cousins, aunts, and uncles. And you're going to be on here encouraging a murderer. A cold-blooded murderer. Do you keep doing the big fight? Don't give up. How dare you? How dare you? You should be ashamed of yourself.
That guy should be ashamed.
All right, let's listen more.
Pause. K.
And don't give up the first time you're told no. You understand?
Yeah.
So the key in all this is you got to be strong. You got to be physically strong. You've got to be mentally strong. And you've got to understand that, you know what? You're the underdog, but underdogs can win. They can be a dog in the fight.
Play. K.
Oh my gosh, you're the underdog and you can win, Chris. You're the underdog.
Come on.
You know, you murdered your whole family. You murdered your innocent children. You murdered an unborn child that was going to get the chance to be brought into this world, and you murdered them with your bare hands. You murdered them. You stuffed them down
Not only that,
into an oil drum
Josh Tubbs left channel. Josh Tubbs has logged out.
and murdered them.
and not only that, John. You know what I think is also sad is the fact that when he killed his wife, those two poor little kids were alive, and they saw.
Well, hold on, though. Hold on. Do you know why they were alive? Do you know that that he didn't think that they were... He had already tried to kill them.
I didn't know.
He thought, yeah, he thought he had suffocated them, but he didn't. He didn't.
Wow.
Yeah, he thought,
Part I didn't know.
and then when he realized that, oh, they're still, you know, I didn't kill them. He said, well, we got to go for a ride. And then that's when
Oh.
his plan was, well, I couldn't kill them that way, so instead of me having to strangle them again, I'm going to, you know, take them out here and I'll just do it again. Round 2. How could you dare put your hands on a child? Not only that, but let me make another point about Jesus here. You put your hands on God's most precious thing. A child. An innocent child. A child that was not given the ability to make a choice. A child that was not given the chance to grow up. A child that wasn't given a chance to make their own plans. You took that
JN2C.
away.
I remember hearing an interview where he says he still can he.
Yeah, Jay, we were talking about that earlier, and,
Yeah.
and my opinion is on that, Jay. Okay if I call you Jay, because I can't really understand what it's saying. It sounds like it's saying JN2C, but
That's what I was thinking.
maybe it's saying...
JN2C. Hear his daughter say no day. JN2C. Daddy.
Yeah, hear his daughter saying no, Daddy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I seen that video. Now he also said that they
JN2C.
come into the cell.
Yeah, that's fine.
That they come into a cell and they talk to him every night and have him read to them. Now I don't believe that's true. I believe that that's just him trying to comfort
I
himself.
think that's just him.
No one else will pat him on the back, so he figures he does it that way, and that will make him feel better, make him look better. He's trying to rebuild his image.
He's trying to minimize the crime that he committed.
Yeah, and you know, my mother just said, how would he feel if someone wanted to do that to him? Did you ever think about that, Chris? Probably not. And again, the guy that's showing this guy support, you've lost your mind. You have lost your mind. Let's move on.
Pause. Kate.
So I want you to get this attitude that no matter what you do, we're not going to take no for an answer. They
Oh
tell
my
us no,
gosh.
we're going to try again.
We're not
JNTC.
going to take no for an answer.
I
We'll just
couldn't
keep
live with
trying.
myself if I was Nicole Kissinger.
Oh my lord.
She knew.
Yeah,
Yeah, I know she knew.
exactly.
Definitely knew.
Nicole knew. She knew. But she was more worried about her own reward out of this, which was, oh, well, if he does that, I can move into this nice home with this guy. He's got money. He's got a good job. He's got a beautiful home. Get rid of the kids. Get rid of the wife. We can make our own family, baby.
Shauna Bates Mazada.
I wonder if she.
He's the lowest form of POS there is.
The lowest form of POS. That's right. I think for now on, we're not. Go ahead, Brandon.
Do you maybe your opinion might be a bit different. Do you think maybe Nicole goaded him into this at some point?
No, I don't think she's not the mastermind behind this. No, he did this, and she just went along with it. That's what I think. Chris was the mastermind behind all of it.
To her or not?
Sure they did.
Because I haven't seen any videos of her. I wanted to see.
No, there's videos. There is.
Oh, there is. Okay.
I'll have to find it and we'll do another live video at another time. Not today. We'll get through this and that'd be it for this today. But there is a video. I gotta find it. I might have it saved actually somewhere. But all right, let's move on.
Pause. Kate.
Tell us no again, we're going to try again. You just got to keep persevering and don't lose hope, okay? Because I tell you what, you lose hope, you lose your life. All right?
Play. Kate.
Well, that won't break nobody's heart if he lost his life.
JN2C. He and Shannon were in a lot of debt. He would have paid off the debt and started over with her.
Yep.
But he did such a horrible job covering up the murders.
Yep. Exactly, Jay.
He did. He
Exactly. He. I mean, come on. You've been doing this same schedule every day, and then you do things outside of that schedule that make things look very obvious. You pull your car.
Exactly.
You put your truck in the garage, which you never do. You've never done before. Come on, dude. You're not.
You know, even the neighbor saw that, and he was like, "Wait, I've never seen."
You're not putting the truck in the garage that's loaded up with garbage.
Shauna Bates Mazada.
No.
There is videos of Nicole out there.
Yep, I'm going to find some videos of Nicole, and we'll do that next time, and we'll discuss that too. Let's listen more to this crazy guy. I don't know if this guy is a lawyer. He's definitely not a lawyer. Maybe just another. I don't know what he is.
Pause. Kate.
So just keep a positive attitude about all that, and keep don't take any steps back. Just keep moving forward, even if it's a small step. Move forward and not backward. Okay.
Okay. Just like in my devotional today, it was Esther. It was a door of hope.
JN2C. Plus, he lived in a nice neighborhood. Of course everyone had cameras.
Play. Kate.
Yeah, exactly, Jay. He lived in a nice neighborhood, and obviously, everybody's going to have cameras there. You know, this guy, honestly, you would have thought he might have been a little bit smarter, but clearly, his intelligence level was very low. I'm thinking maybe he went backwards when he graduated school, He started at the 12th grade and graduated kindergarten, I believe.
Yep.
He probably got flunked out of kindergarten, maybe. All right, let's listen.
Pause. Kate.
In that wilderness vineyard, if you're going through the valley of Sequoia, which is the valley of trouble, I'll put a door of hope. Even though you're in a wilderness, you're going to plant vineyards in that wilderness. So you're in the valley of trouble, there's going to be a door of hope in that trouble.
That's great. Well, I'm proud of you. Good job. Keep that up. Keep your nose in that book too.
Oh well.
Yeah.
I've been getting paid $1,000.
Shauna Bates Mazada.
Land. Button K.
He never looked at
Clickable
anyone
one.
eye.
Clickable button. White. Clickable two. Click. Seek slider on a clickable button. Skip ads.
He never what?
So, Chris, what were you saying before we...
Hold on.
Button M mute keyboard. Button shift plus N X key. Button K pause keyboard short.
I can't remember what it was, but you were talking about the evidence and your confession that wasn't true.
Well, I just know that I've never experienced any commotion before. Like the tragedy that happened from the law enforcement to the attorney.
Play
Okay,
keyboard
so that's
shortcut.
something different there. We're going to close
Op
that
28.0.
and we'll just talk now for a few minutes. Shauna, what did you say there? I didn't catch what you said neither on that last message.
Yeah, I missed that last chat too.
Shauna Bates Mazada. In the courtroom.
What did he never do in the courtroom?
22,000 restream chat row.
Here, I can tell you. Hold on.
Clickable menu. Button disable. Button enable to prevent double. Do you want to in the courtroom? 13. Button. Shauna Bates. He never looked at anyone eye.
He never looked at anyone
Oh,
eye to eye in the courtroom. No.
Ops 28. Ops 28.0.
You're right, he didn't.
Restream 22,106. The cooldown / courtroom. The cool.
And the reason for that is because he knew how guilty he was. You know, he knew.
how many people have come through your courtroom and have never looked anybody in the eye?
It's a common. It's common. It's common, Brandon. If you're guilty, you can't listen. If let's say it's not even in the courtroom, I come to your house and I found out. I'm gonna make up a story. Okay, now this is just made up.
Right?
Me and you are best friends. Obviously, we're really good friends.
Yeah.
You go and you sleep. I don't know. I got married to this girl that I really, I just love her with everything, with all my heart.
Mm-hmm.
And I was at work one night, and you went to my house, and you slept with my wife. And you did that more than once. You did it for, let's say, 2 months.
Mm-hmm.
If I come to your house, your attitude is instantly going to be different. Whether you realize it or not,
Right.
your attitude, the way you talk to me, the way you respond to me, the way you react around me is going to be different. Why?
Because I'm guilty.
And so do you think that you would look me in my eye?
Nope.
Why?
Because I would be guilty, and you would know that I did it.
And morally, you wouldn't be able to do it. Now, are there people out there that can probably do that? Yeah, there are some out there that can do that. And usually the ones that can do that are the ones that do have like serious mental conditions to where that doesn't faze them. They can look at you dead eye to eye and be like, I didn't do nothing.
Right.
And not blink not a second. But typically, normally, you're not going to see someone look you eye to eye if you're guilty. So here's my moral, my final opinion about this so far. And we're going to do more on this. I know the case is done and over, but these videos keep coming out. And you get people that want to pamper Chris, that want to, remember when your child was young? Those of you that's got kids, you'll know this. When your child's young and you put their diaper on, before you put their diaper on, you take that powder and sprinkle it down the back of their diaper and in the front of their diaper and, make them smell good and make them feel all fresh. That's what these guys are doing. These guys are trying to make this guy feel better about who he is. And they're taking the powder and they're powdering their little baby.
He isn't a sociopath or a psychopath.
No.
He is just a piece of crap.
That's right, Jay.
Yeah.
That's right.
I totally agree.
I watched the thing where someone claimed that well, his brain isn't. I need to find the video. This guy was trying to say, well, maybe his brain's not fully. No, come on, man. Let's stop trying to find reasons why he did this, and give let's just face the reality of it. Chris was very intelligent. He knew what he was doing. Well, he wasn't that intelligent. He obviously didn't cover nothing up. But he was. I don't mean intelligent. I mean he was healthy. He didn't have these conditions. He knew what he was doing.
Mental conditions.
No. I hope that every night that he lays down, that this, he cries himself to sleep every night. And I would hope that if the children do go in his cell, that they're saying things that he doesn't want to hear. That'd make me happy.
Yep.
Continue to say into his ear, why, Daddy? Why did you do that to us, Daddy? Look at us now, Daddy, and give him the images. Put the images back in his mind. Well, I know one person who can put the images back in his mind. But again, I'm not on here to put Christian stuff in people's face, so I'm not going to go there. But Chris Watts, you are a piece of spoiled crapola. And crap's already bad enough, but then you take spoiled crapola, that's even worse. That's junk beyond junk.
And I'll tell you guys something else that we found this morning that was kind of creepy is there's apparently some paranormal activity going on in that house. And you can clearly hear things.
You could hear someone saying no in one of the videos, which,
No.
look, I'm not saying that I don't believe in spirits and stuff, because I do. But some of them videos is clearly altered. Some of them you can tell. Some of them you can't.
Wasn't altered 'cause
No, because this
you
was
can definitely hear
the
the
detective. This was where the detectives were there, and you could hear audio in the background. There's only two of them in there, and you could hear someone in the background saying no.
And you know what I thought was fascinating was when the video of the kid giggling, like you can
In the
hear it
closet.
giggling, and even the detective even heard it and thought it was a toy.
Yeah, in the closet.
It sounded like a toy to me.
No. But anyway, guys, I appreciate all of you. I would love to Shauna, message me if you can on my phone. Let me know, can people leave comments, or do I got that turned off or something? Because I don't think comments are on. I might have turned it off when I left.
Have that turned off.
Back when I left, when all the drama was going on and I was trying to chill people out, I might need to turn that back on. I don't know if it's it might be off.
I think it's disabled.
But I'm going to turn it on, and then of course there will be trolls, but hey, that means they're going to help me out with my views. So thank you. I appreciate it. Anyways, Jay, Shauna, anybody else that might still be here, Jeff, I appreciate all you guys. And my final opinion is this: Chris knew what he was doing. There is no excuse for what he did.
Shauna Bates Mazada. There is quite a few videos on paranormal going on when the pie.
I thought so.
Yeah, there is quite a bit.
Ops 28.0. Ops 20.
Shauna, you need to take care of yourself in therapy. Keep your head up.
Yeah, I hope you
Now that I know you're in there, I'll try to do some stuff during the day, give you something to do, so you're not as lonely, I was worried about you.
Shauna Bates
I had not
Mazada.
heard from you.
Police are there.
And I thought, man, what's going on? But
Properties for YouTube button.
now I know.
Volumes. Property. Checkbox.
So, guys, until next time, I appreciate all you guys. Again,
Controls window. Start recording checkbox. Stop streaming checkbox checked.
Chris Watts, you're a POS. You are a POS.
you deserve a bit of
You're
what
garbage. You
have.
deserve what you get. I hope that there is no mercy. I hope there's no mercy for you. For you don't deserve mercy when you slaughtered your entire family. So y'all, be sure to share this video, give it a thumbs up, and let's call this hashtag POS.
Shauna Bates
like
Mazada.